Welcome back. Their aim is to celebrate and honor musicians for their contribution to the industry in their specific categories in the genres of jazz, gospel, and R&B Soul. That's the South African Music Genre Awards, who are the brainchild of musician and producer Swazi Dlamini. The nominees will be announced on the 25th of June 2015, followed by the main event, which will be held on Sunday, the 26th of July at the Market Theatre. Now, the South African jazz singer joins me now in studio to talk about the awards. Swazi, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Where were you? What was happening when you decided, I've got to put an awards together? Because it's not the easiest thing on the planet.
I imagine it's not, and so far it's proved not to be. It's a dream that I've had for almost 9 years, and then it's just been growing and growing and growing. And with the changing times and the the trends are with award ceremonies, the need for it became stronger and stronger. You know, some categories of music have changed names and changed face, and some artists actually go by not honored, and it's just the very front people in the entertainment industry. So I've always wanted to actually look into the creatives behind the music, the people that actually sit down and create from the core, and not just the ones who are in the forefront, but generally the hardworking artist.
There is this drive at the moment. You talked about a lot of artists going through their careers not being honored. There is a drive, whether it's through SAMRO, with their behind the scenes. I think it's the Wawela Awards.
Yes, they honor songwriters, I think.
Yeah. Why do you think now, and your award sits right in that position at the moment, why has it become so important to recognize the industry at large? And as you said, not only those people that you happen to see on the music video or their name happens to be in the spotlight, but the other people that work so incredibly hard? Well,
the difference when it comes to South African Music Genre Awards, which we've now dubbed SAMGA, is that we don't just say we're honoring jazz, but we say we are honoring contemporary jazz artists, we are honoring traditional jazz.
Which not necessarily gets played on traditional radio, well, gets played on radio stations.
It actually doesn't, but by bringing it to the forefront, we're actually hoping to educate and actually broaden the spectrum and also create more opportunities for it. But if you look at other award ceremonies, you have a blanket award for jazz, you have just one blanket award.
Which has had a lot of criticism in the past.
And it continues to do so. So you've got hundreds and thousands of artists that are actually just hoping to one day get that one particular award. At the South African Music Genre Awards, jazz as a genre has got 6 different categories where we honor female, male within that genre, contemporary, traditional, instrumental, and vocal. And then we do the same with gospel, and then we do the same with soul and R&B. We basically saying that yes, the rest of the awards are great and they are celebrated, but we're just trying to unpack it just a little bit further so people actually understand what jazz is.
Great logo, by the way.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you. So people understand a little bit more. It's not just jazz, but there's different languages to it. I mean, us even covering just 6 categories is really just scraping the surface, because there's so many different layers to it. And also gospel, yes, there are strictly gospel awards, but we just want to give more room for artists to actually have hope that one day their names will also be in the media for 2 or 3 weeks while they are being celebrated for their hard work.
And you, as a working artist, you know the difference when you've won an award. Doesn't matter what award it is, but the moment something has been accredited to something you've worked on, a couple of more people sit up and they take note.
It is a huge PR exercise. It's a huge PR exercise from the time of actually nomination announcement to the time of the actual awards evening to the time of actually post publicity. So you are looking at about 6 or 8 weeks where about you are actually being celebrated in public platforms, whether it's social media or whether it is actually print or television. But people are talking about you. They're talking about the fact that you have been nominated or you have won. So it's a huge impact in your life, and most artists don't actually kind of afford a PR company to actually do that for them. So through this vehicle, we are able to actually say it's another way of actually educating the audience, but also extending the music industry and extending the platform for the hardworking artists.
So as we run out of time, we can have this conversation for hours and hours about how this is going to be a game changer. Swazi Dlamini in studio with us, talking to us about the South African Music Genre Awards. Google it, find out more details. On the 25th of May, it's the nominations. On the 26th of July, it will be held at the Market Theatre. Go and do your homework. She's done a lot of hers. And go and support this. It's going to create a livelihood and opportunities for many, many more artists in South Africa.